Welcome back to the Red Stool. And today we're going to be talking about My Hero Academia, chapter 296, Hellish Hell. Now, we start off the chapter with the remaining heroes who finish their evacuation and rescue efforts in the city, charging towards All For One, who has taken over Shigaraki's body, and now he's trying to escape. And we see that the rest of the Paranormal Liberation Front, any of their supporters, all their bases, they've been captured too. A couple hundred of them were able to slip through the cracks because of the massive trail of destruction that Giganto Machina left, all the way from the mountain village to the center of the city where Shigaraki was. And this is multiple cities that have been destroyed, hundreds of people that are trapped, hurt, and kind of just seeing like the aftermath of all of this. Everybody who's trapped, their kids, and you see Froppy and Uravity. They're able to save these two young kids from a collapsing building. But as they keep going on, it's just so many voices just crying out for help, saying they need help here. It's almost overwhelming to a degree, and you can see it just dealing with some of the other heroes. Like, they're not prepared for this. No amount of training like had set them up for a multiple city disaster like the one that they're facing now. Let alone, they're not even done fighting the war. There's still the Nomu out there. There's still All For One in control of Shigaraki's body. It's a lot going on, and it overwhelms some of them. And it kind of just shows you the extent of this war and how far off their plan was a little bit. Like, originally it was to just attack the villains by surprise, get them contained, make everything quick and kind of tidy. And it just spiraled into this all-out multi-city war. And to make things worse, we find out that there's 19 hero deaths. Most notably, you have Midnight. She is dead, and she did die with the whole trying to stop Giganto Machina and helping the kids. It's a sad moment to see, the kids are crying over her body. She was a big mentor at UA. She taught a lot of them. And to make things worse, we also find out that they were not able to stop All For One from escaping. He actually was able to escape with 7 of his near Nomu. They were able to take down 2 of the 9, but now he's gone and he has the 7 Nomu with him. And it's just all. So overall, I'd say like the hero, their goal, their mission, but they weren't able to accomplish it, and it cost them a lot not to be able to. They were able to capture most of the Paranormal Liberation Front and a lot, and they stopped the hospital where you had the Nomus being created and the doc. But at the end of the day, Shigaraki / All For One still got away, and gonna have to deal with him in the future. So that's a big problem, and we're starting to see the unrest that's bubbling up inside of Hero Society. This is like the 5th or 6th event led by the League of Villains that has left this much casualties and destruction. And then also there's Endeavor's entire story and his family line being exposed to the world, whereas though, he was abusing his wife and the children, and he was basically just pushing to, make a hero better than All Might. That being exposed to the world, now he's going to come under a new lens of doubt as the new #1 hero. Not alone to say that, of course, everyone's going to compare him to All Might and say this would have never happened if All Might was here, because nothing like this ever happened when All Might was here. So we're going to see like the unrest dealing with the Hero Society, and you have some of the citizens in the city. They want to move. Oh, we need a statement from Endeavor by tomorrow, things of that nature. Through the past chapters, we also see that the media is not exactly friendly towards Hero Society when things like this go wrong. So I can't expect them to be painted in a good light either when that happens. So it's gonna be a lot for them to have to deal with and recover from, just because of the scale of all of this. How they initiated this attack. This wasn't for the first time. This wasn't them responding to the villains. This was them attacking the villains. They were supposed to be capturing everybody, and this is going to, help usher in the new age of Hero Society, where we're putting, we're stopping the League of Villains, the Paranormal Liberation Front. Anybody else, we're supposed to put a stop to it, and it just ends like this. It's very badly. It's casualties on both sides, but more so on the hero end. I would have to say that they did, in the grand scheme of things, they did lose this war, because you still have All For One. All For One is out there. Shigaraki is still out there. So, and they also have the 7 near high-end Nomu. Now, the heroes, they were able to stop them from being able to recreate them, since they had the doctor now. They had the hospital where he was creating them, but it's not enough. Like, you're going to have to, I feel like if they want everlasting peace, or, just some rest and ease inside of their Hero Society, they're gonna have to stop All For One once and for all. They're gonna have to stop Shigaraki, and it starts there. A future of peace within the world would have to start there, with them being captured, or even if it may be killed, however it would come about. But until that happens, there's not going to be any point of rest. And we see, as we get to the end of the chapter with the high point of All For One inside of Shigaraki's body, and he's going to take his Nomu, and he's going to go into Tartarus, and he's going to free his real body. And he says there's not going to be any rest from this. There's going to be no sleep. What makes them think that this is over? I'm just getting started. It's my turn, and it's never going to end. So we could very well see a new age of villainy being born right now. With, this being the end of the villain's arc, I would expect it to end on a high, just because everything that this chapter has been building towards, we've kind of seen it fall apart a little bit. And now we see All For One is back on the rise, and he could potentially have a new body in Shigaraki's body, or worse. It seems though he's not done being the biggest villain. He's not done being the number one villain, and we're about to see whatever steps he has planned next. The new chapter is coming out this Sunday. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. Thanks for watching my quick chapter review. Please come subscribe for more content. I appreciate you on my channel. And I just want to say thanks, and welcome to the Red Stool.